Welcome back to the Crypto Father channel. I am your Crypto Father. Today is the 16th of January, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about an update to the ICE network, which is very important. It's very time sensitive. Also, there's a lot of details, a lot of stuff that I need to go over it. So make sure to watch this video in its entirety and watch it till the very end, because there is quite a few things that you need to know before the swap of the ICE tokens over to the OKEx Exchange. So again, make sure to watch this video till the very end and don't skip any details, because you might miss some important stuff. Before we get started, however, please remember that there is now the option to join on the channel, on the Crypto Father channel. This is just another way of supporting the channel and supporting what I do on the channel. So if you do decide to join, that's much appreciated. There are two levels that are available, the Crypto Kittens and Crypto Cats. Both have access to perks and membership updates, so consider joining. Also, if you're interested in becoming a pro trader, if you're interested in learning how to become a better trader, consider joining Chart Surgeons. Chart Surgeons have decided to provide my subscribers, the subscribers to the Crypto Father channel, with a $20 discount on subscriptions. Chart Surgeons is a fantastic group. It offers a lifetime opportunity of getting access to the Elixir indicator, which is available on TradingView. It has access to Risk Alchemy and Signal Sensei. You receive signals on a daily basis. There is a chat, live streams from the founder, from Crypto Banda, premium insights and no secrets, accurate results, no gimmicks, risk management tools, unlock the power of Elixir, and all that great stuff. There's a lot of information on the channel, more than you could probably handle. So if you are interested in becoming somewhat of a proficient trader, I know it takes time, but with the help of Crypto Banda, you can really excel and you can really push your trading experience forward. So again, if that's something that interests you, then make sure to follow the ref link below the video, and you get yourself a $20 discount on your subscription. And now, without further ado, let's get cracking. So ICE is listing on the OKX Exchange. They released an article, so let me read through that. So please, again, make sure to watch this video till the very end and don't skip any parts, because there's a lot of stuff to be that I need to go over, so don't miss anything. Exciting news on the horizon for ICE enthusiasts. Also, make sure to smash up the like, subscribe to the channel, because this is information. If you're a gung-ho ICE supporter, if you're a hater of this channel because I talk shit about ICE all the time, please keep in mind that this channel is the only one that provides you with a lot of information on ICE, which I don't even know why I do, because I don't know, you don't get this info from Raise United, man. He just skips over the stuff and reads just whatever is given to him. He doesn't know, he provides no insight, so I know that you dislike the fact that I talk about the ICE price and that it's not going to be making you a millionaire, and you hate me for that. But I'm providing you the truth, I'm providing you facts. You laugh at them, you get nothing from Raise United like that. So all you do get is hype. Anyway, here we go. Exciting news on the horizon for the ICE enthusiasts. We are thrilled to announce that ICE will be listed on the renowned OK Exchange, marking a significant milestone in our project's journey. The spot trading scheduled to kick off on January 19th. So this is important. January 19th is just 3 days away, and you need to do some things before that. This listing is not just blah blah blah. It looks like people with the ICE are being forced to use OKX anyway, sadly. Distribution process. This is important. To be eligible for ICE coin distribution, users must meet the following criteria. Minimum balance. Users must maintain a minimum balance of 1,000 ICE available in their accounts. Now, I don't know if this is in the accounts on your phone app, or if that's meant to be in the accounts on the OKX Exchange. I assume that it's on the phone app, meaning that you must have at least 1,000 ICE in order to be eligible for the distribution. Point number two, you need to have had passed KYC step 1 and KYC step 2 verification is mandatory. For step 2, I haven't done it because I haven't been approved on Twitter, and there was no questions available, so whatever. But KYC1, I think everybody's done that. So, but these apparently are the 2 steps that you must have had completed before being eligible for the distribution. Number 3 is a BNB Smart Chain address. Users need to have set a BNB Smart Chain BS address in their account. So in the past, again, it's still okay to have Ethereum, they say, but I will tell you why you should change to BNB and why you should change to the OKX wallet specifically. And number 4 is active mining sessions. Users should have an active mining session to participate in the distribution. That just goes without saying. I guess if you are using the app, you have to keep clicking every 12 hours. So ICE coins distributed will be limited to those that are not pre-staked, and those acquired through referrals will also meet the eligibility criteria mentioned above. BNB Smart Chain distribution will take place on a monthly basis until the mainnet launch, ensuring consistent rewards for your loyal community. So again, if you have staked your ICE tokens for 1 year or 2 years or whatever period, then all of this is null, because you will not be getting any of the ICE tokens that you have staked. You will not be getting all of the ICE tokens into your OKX account or into any wallet because they're staked. Unless, and so if you've staked 100% of them, if you have staked less than 100%, obviously, then the portion that is unstaked, that isn't staked rather, you'll be receiving those in your wallet. And here's some important dates. The first distribution is scheduled for January 17th. So that's just tomorrow for me. For other people, might be 2 days away. But you need to be aware of that, because you need to have everything set up if you want things to go smoothly. Because if you don't have it set up, then the distribution hits you early. Like, they've staged it through, you know, they don't deploy it for the entire ecosystem. They deploy it like through a chunks or truncated number of wallets. So you don't know when you're gonna get it. So, but it starts in 1 day for me on the January 17th. And then spot trading starts on January 19th. Now remember, the spot trading is going to take place on the OKX Exchange. There is a warning here. We strongly recommend users to link their BNB Smart Chain address from the OKX Exchange to their accounts. So it looks like you have to have, or it's the best to have an BNB Smart Chain account address on the OKX Exchange, because if you don't, if you have your tokens on any other wallet, if it's Trust Wallet, if it's Ethereum Trust Wallet or MetaMask, you will have to pay money to transfer. You will have to pay gas fees to transfer your tokens out of those wallets into the OKX wallet. So again, in order to avoid the gas fees, basically paying money for having to transfer the tokens over to the exchange if you'd like to trade them, then you will need to have an OKX Exchange BNB Smart Chain address. You're gonna have to register with the OKX Exchange. Procedure will be the same. For entering the address will be the same. You basically would have to go to OKX, create an account, sign up here. You can either sign up with your email, and then once you've signed up, you can get yourself the BNB address and plunk that into the ICE app. Now there is a chance, I don't have an OK Exchange account, because like I said, I don't care for that exchange and I don't trust them with wallet, but I mean, there was a hack on it, and I did make a video about that, and so I wasn't recommending using it, but it seems like in order to avoid the gas fees, it's kind of necessary to get that done. Love it or hate it. In any case, they provide here, there's a registration link and a tutorial on how to do it, so you can set that up. And there is a chance that you will have to do a KYC on the exchange as well, because in most cases, in order to begin trading, or in order to add or deposit or withdraw funds from exchanges, most exchanges do require a KYC approval. And in order to get approved for KYC, it usually takes a couple of days. Sometimes it's much faster. On Binance, for example, it takes just it's a matter of hours. But on some other exchanges, it can take a little bit longer, specifically when there is, a backlog of people trying to get their KYCs approved. So this may be something that you want to jump onto straight away. If you don't have your OKEx Exchange account just yet and you want to do that, then yeah, unless of course you don't really care, if you're not going to be trading right away, if you're not looking to sell these tokens right away. And remember, even on the exchange, when you have your tokens, selling them, I think there's going to be like preposterous fees. I don't know. I mean, initially it was all supposed to be listed on Uniswap, on Ethereum, and that went to hell. And now it's all on Binance Smart Chain and OKX. So I have no idea what the fees are, what the fees will be involved will be. Really, it's all just wishy-washy as always. And last minute, I mean, this could have been announced. They could have said that we'll be listing on the OKEx Exchange, but they didn't. They wanted to leave it to last minute and literally leave you with like 2 days before, to spread panic. And basically, people will be making mistakes and they'll be benefiting from it. Okay, so that's what it is. Moving on. Now, the next part I'm going to talk about is the coin distribution, which is something you probably want to know just so you have an idea and understand how the economics of the coins on OKX will work for the time being until they are released, in October next year, until the mainnet comes. In our unwavering commitment, blah, blah, blah. They always use these unwavering commitment. It's so cliche. It's so corny. We've introduced 2 new distribution pools, the treasury pool and the ecosystem innovation and growth pool, which essentially means more money for us, more money for the people who created, more money for Zeus and less for you. That's essentially what this means. These additions are designed to fortify our ecosystem's long-term validity, vitality, and you can find comprehensive details about them in our coin economics. So this is interesting. This is, coin economics is basically tokenomics, which is a very important part of any token distribution because it outlines the details of how tokens are distributed and whether it's fair, whether it's centralized or decentralized. And most proof of stake, like what ICE is turning out to be, are centralized, in that most tokens are held by the minority, by the founders. We'll skip straight to the distribution. So here we go. Coins that will be distributed are as follows. 40% will be distributed to the community based on previous mining activity during the first phase of the project. 25% will be allocated to the team to incentivize and reward their contributions to the development of the project and continuously develop and support the ICE project. So 40% 40% are going to community, 25% are going to the founders. And I will talk about why this 40% is a doozy in just a second. 15% will be allocated to the community pool, where the community will have the opportunity to vote on proposals for how these funds should be invested in order to further the development and growth of the ICE project. So this 15% will be somewhere in a vault, and this vault is meant to basically put into advertisements and development of the project. So if that means to pay the developers for creating more apps, then that's what's going to be used. And this is going to come out of fees and I guess whatever else investments there are happening, if there are any. 10% will be allocated to the treasury pool, specifically designed for activities such as providing liquidity, establishing exchange partnerships, launching exchange campaigns, and covering market maker fees. This pool will strengthen our ability to execute strategic initiatives that further enhance ICE project sustainability and visibility. This means additional 10% goes into the team's pocket because, who's taking care of it? They are. And the final 10% will be allocated to the ecosystem growth and innovation pool dedicated to fostering the growth and innovation of the ICE ecosystem. It will be used for partnerships, third-party services for development and marketing, onboarding new projects within the ecosystem, and working with other third-party services providers to expand our research and capabilities. So I know that this may be a lot to wrap your head around, and from my experience, the ICE a lot of the comments on my previous video on the ICE price prediction were like, what are you talking about? It seemed like people were so confused, and I think that comes from two things. One, a lot of people are completely blinded by this aura that, you know, Zeus has developed around ICE, and by the idea of becoming wealthy off of ICE. And so people are very hesitant about accepting anything that is, you know, not aligned with their belief that they will become rich off of this thing. And so when I say something negative about this project, they flip out and they tune out. So they can't comprehend anything that I say, and they're like, what are you talking about? Like, you didn't watch the video? You saw what I talked about. So rewatch the video and then maybe you'll understand. So this is a similar scenario, okay? 40% of the community and the remainder 60% are going into the pockets of the founders, okay? 25% to the founders directly, and then the other 15% is in a community pool that is meant to develop and grow the project. Who is in charge of the community pool? The ICE team is, unless they set it on a contract, and they cannot touch the money, and this money goes into a contract which can only be activated through validators by submitting proposals, and through the process of validation, the 15% of this money would then be validated. If that's the case, then yes, then it's autonomous, and the ICE team wouldn't actually have access to this, but I doubt that this is going to be the case. Next 10% will be allocated to the treasury pool. Once again, same idea. If it's run through a smart contract without any backdoors, and if they don't have any access to it, and all of this is accessible through validators and proposals, then we have a solid autonomous pool that is not accessible to anybody else but the community through voting. But again, that needs to be proven. And the final 10%, same idea, will be allocated to the ecosystem growth and innovation pool dedicated to fostering the growth and innovation system. So the last 20% are not so much in smart contracts territory. The 15% should be, because it is a community pool, as it says, which means it should be accessible to the community, and it should be placed under a smart contract, and it should only be accessible through validation and through proposals. The remaining 20% will probably be put into the same vault as the 20% here, which means that the team will be getting 45%, potentially 60%, if they don't set this up properly, the 15% into a community pool that is only accessible through proposals and validation. So, like I said, the 40% right here, going back to this because this is important, the 40% will be distributed to the community based on previous mining activity during the first phase of the project. Okay, that's 40%. Stay with me here, people. The mining activity that has created the coins. And remember, in my last video, there were 27 billion tokens. Remember, I told you, last video, I said there's going to be more tokens next time. And people were laughing at me. These idiots that are laughing at me and calling me whatever, you know, hater. It's at 28.45 billion right now. It's 28.45 billion tokens right now. It's only a few days after I made that last video, at which point it was 27 billion tokens. And these tokens, these are the tokens that will be going to the people who are mining it. These tokens represent 40% of the overall supply. Let me say that again. Let me read it to you again, because there will be people jumping up and screaming and hollering and saying that I'm full of it. 40% will be distributed to the community based on previous mining activity during the first phase of the project. What's the first phase? Right now, this is the first phase of the project, and it will continue until October 2024. That is the first phase. If you don't understand that, then please read the white paper yourselves, because there's again people coming on here telling me that I need to read the white paper. I did read the goddamn white paper, and this is the first phase. It goes on until it finishes. The first phase concludes in October 2024 once the mainnet is launched. So 40% of the distributed will be distributed to the community based on previous mining activity. This is what you're mining. These are your rewards. This is what you're getting. That's my balance, and that's how many coins have been mined so far. And this 28 billion represents the 40% that will be distributed. Now, granted, some of it may not be distributed because people may be, they may not be following through. They may not be getting all of it. So this number could change, because after all, this is not on a blockchain. This is not something that can't be changed. They can alter this number willy-nilly, because on a blockchain, unlike on a blockchain, things cannot be changed. The number of tokens cannot be changed, although it can on a proof of stake. On a proof of work blockchain, the number of tokens can't be changed. On a proof of stake tokens, like you have seen on Ethereum or Dogecoin, these number of tokens can be changed. Dogecoin actually is a proof of work, which is bizarre because it keeps minting more. But Ethereum has decided they have an unlimited supply of coins. They don't have a limit. Just like a fiat currency, they can willy-nilly print more. In any case, this 28 billion, whether it remains 28 billion, it looks like right now, this is the amount of coins that has been mined or minted by the people using the ICE app. And this represents the 40% of tokens, which means that we need to times this by 2.5 at least in order to get 100% of tokens, which would be 28, 40, 50, what is it, 56, and another 14, 50, 60, about 70 billion tokens. We're talking about a supply of 70 billion tokens right now, based on this number, to make up the 400% of tokens. And again, if you don't understand how the math works, then slow this video down, watch it again. Let me show you a little graph here that I made. Okay, so the 40% right here, this represents the community distribution. 25% goes to the team, 15% goes into the community pool, 10% goes into the treasury pool, and 10% goes into the ecosystem. Essentially, this big chunk here, right here, goes to the team. And again, like I said, the 15% right here, this chunk, is what should be locked up in a smart contract and should be accessible to the community pool through validation and through voting in smart contracts. Whether it will be or not, not sure. It may be. Once the main net is launched next October, yes, we'll have to see what happens. But overall, the other 45% will essentially be going to the team. This is going to the team directly. The 20%, the remaining 20% are going to the team indirectly. I mean, who's going to be taking care of the project? This is all money that will be taken by the team and will be used to pay themselves for developing the ad. Because I mean, who's the dev? Who are the devs? I don't know who the devs are. I have no idea who works on this on this thing. No idea who developed any of these apps. We don't know anybody. As far as I know, there is just Menban dude. I don't know what he does. He might just be a face on the video, or he may be the developer. I have no idea. And there's Zeus. That's it. Those are two people. We don't know who anybody else is. We don't know who works on this. So this 20% will be going to those guys. They'll be going to advertisers and whoever that is. If Zeus decides that he's the key person for advertising, then he's going to be using part of that money. So trust me, the team will be taking a nice chunk of this 20% as well. So they'll be getting like 45%, essentially possibly 60% of the total supply of coins. The tokens, not coins. Coins are proof of work, tokens are proof of stake. If you don't know, I got a video on that as well. So that's it, essentially. That's it for this video, and that's it for the update. I hope this was informative. And I know that some of you will be getting hot under color, and before you start jumping around and start screaming murder, bloody murder, and how, you know, I don't know what I'm talking about, just shut up. Like, stop. The people who are listening to me and who communicate with me on the channel on a regular basis, you know what I talked about is not false. I'm not intending it to be mean, and I'm not purposely creating negativity. I'm just providing you the facts that as they are. Take it or leave it. You don't have to watch the videos, right? But if you are watching the videos, then please make sure to smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. Consider joining the through one of the memberships. That would really support the channel, would help me. And of course, this video is time sensitive. Like I said, you've got 2 days to get yourself sorted. So if you haven't gotten onto the OKEx Exchange just yet, if you haven't gotten around to getting a wallet on OKEx Exchange, then it looks like you need to do it if you want to avoid the trading fees. And believe me, they will get you with the trading fees. This is what I was saying. They will get money out of you in one way or the other. If you want to get those tokens, you will have to pay gas fees if you don't have them on the OKEx Exchange. And the reason why they haven't announced this sooner, and they left it like 2 days before the announcement, is because they knew that some people would not be able to get their shit together in time to get it over to the exchange, and to get things rolling before they would be forced to have to pay the gas fees for transferring these tokens over from their wallets onto the OKEx Exchange. This is the sneakiness of the scam artists. You know, it's a very subtle form of doing business and making sure that the money goes into their pockets. So if you don't want to pay for gas fees transferring your ICE tokens over from your Trust wallet or your MetaMask wallet over to the OKEx Exchange, then you will need to do that. Forget Uniswap, that's no longer happening. Forget Ethereum, that's also no longer happening. Get yourself a OKEx Exchange account, register. You will have to do the KYC, otherwise you may not be able to receive your tokens. And good luck. And don't forget, anything related to ICE, anything related to crypto, and please, for the love of everything that is holy, make sure that it is everything related to crypto. Other crypto projects, there is more to crypto than just ICE. Crypto Father's got you, so make sure to smash up the like, subscribe to this channel, and come back for more updates on the Crypto Father channel. Peace.